Knowledge channel. Last video, we went over on how to do Swift simple booleans and creating UI elements that both modify and reflect the boolean state. So, what I mean is here, the button is pressed toggle, which switches the state of the boolean. It switches it from true to false. And we made images that reflect off of that state. We did if it's true, which is ternary operator that we used here, is happy face, else sad face. And we did scale effect as well to the image. We added a modifier if it's pressed 1.3, else original size, also known as 1.0. And we also customized the animation that switched between the true and false conditions. We're using the is pressed value, and we added padding so that we can easily both see the button and the emoji. So, what are we going to do today? Well, today I'm going to introduce you to a navigation view. A navigation view is a way of navigating your app. It is what it is. How do you say this? It is what it is. Okay. So, meaning a navigation view, it allows you to switch between views through UI elements. And let me just show you what I mean. Okay. And I'm just gonna delete this whole VStack here and replace it with navigation view. Navigation view, return, open, and close parentheses or brackets. Sorry. And you always need a navigation view for a navigation link, which is what actually gets you to the other view. It's like a button. Navigation link is a button, and it has its own label, which looks like a button. What I mean is, so we're going to create a navigation link, and it's destined. Okay, but before we create a navigation link, we're going to have more than one view. Right now, all we have is the app structure and the content view. So, in order to add another one, let's make sure we're recording, we're going to add a new file, and it's going to be called Swift UI file. Swift file just imports a module called Foundation, which are some elements of Swift UI, but are entire elements of Swift UI, and all these other languages are for other purposes. So we're going to do Swift UI view, and we're going to call it, let's see, level 2. Okay. To make just for conveniences, we call it level 2 view. That's how you usually name them here. So we're gonna call it level 2 view. And in order so we can distinct the views between each other, I'm going to name this. Just gonna have this say string with level 2. And we're going to add a foreground color of black just in case it does not do it for some reason. It should do it. I'm just adding it just in case. We're going to bold it and let's go do that to keep more organized. And we are going to add a font. It's going to be large title. Let's see what that looks like in the preview. Okay, pretty easy, right? And let's spice it up a bit though. Let's add emoji and just search for 2. Here we go. Okay, the preview paused. Let's just take out the 2 and use the emoji for the 2. There we go. Level 2. That looks pretty good. Okay. Now we're gonna go back here, and we're gonna add the navigation link. It's called navigation link, and its destination is gonna be a view or structure that has a component that acts as a type of view, and it's gonna be called level 2 view. That is the location. And we're gonna add a label called, it's gonna say text level 2. Okay, so I'm gonna resume it. Uh-oh. Something's wrong here. Oh, I forgot. Whenever you uh, do this, you have to put open and close parentheses whenever you're introducing the view to the destination. Okay, and once you do that, it's right there. I'm gonna save the surprise. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna make this more bold. Make it black, and I'm gonna make it a font of large type. Now let's see what it looks like. Let's zoom in a little bit on the simulator. Okay, it looks quite odd though, doesn't it? Why isn't directly in the center? There's no other UI elements. Well, because it made room for a navigation um, bar. A navigation bar is what you see on the top. Let me show you. So out within navigation view, I want you to go down and type dot navigation title, and it's going to be a string. It's going to be called level 1. Look at that. See, it made room for that. And let me show you what happens when you remove it. So if you remove the navigation bar, yes, it moves centers in level 2, but look, it gets rid of our level 1 text. Watch this. If we do a navigation bar hidden and we put true, bang, it's gone. Our navigation title is dependent on level the navigation bar. So once it's gone, it's gone. But hey, level 2 is better than that. But hey, I would rather have the level 2 intent, or no, the level 1 title thing. And let me switch it like we did last time. One, there we go. Let's be consistent. Let's create this to level 2 as well. Level 2. There we go. But that doesn't quite look like a button, doesn't it? Let's make this blue again. There we go. And actually, let's put this in a horizontal stack label. Um, and we're gonna add spacer. And why is it on the edge? Guess what? Padding's on your side. Add padding, and we'll adjust it from its position. Bye bye. Easy as that. And with the spacer, we're gonna create an image. It's gonna be system name. Okay, so this is probably something new for you. The system name is something. It's a you have to use it. It's identifier. It identifies an image within SF symbols library with the string that you input, just the argument in of it. So what I'm saying is you're gonna have to have is SF symbols installed. If you don't have it, you're gonna have to search up SF symbols. Um, Swift UI, something like that. Oh no, don't do that. Do Apple to the Apple website. Okay, and once we go there, here they give us the beta front page. Hey, we want the most stable version. We don't want no glitches or anything. Okay, so scroll all the way down, and there you go. You press that, it will download the link, it will download the application. Boom, boom. And once you get that, you go out and you find SS symbols. And we're in the view. And here we go. This is the symbols that you most commonly see on your phone as you navigate through it on Apple applications, and because if you have an Apple iPhone, it's mainly what makes up the Apple's UI. Apple's UI, because they have their own symbols, and boom, they give it to your disposal. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna search for arrow so that we can say, hey, this is going to a new view. So we got some options here. I want one going to the right because navigation views always slide views to the left. So we best to do this one. Use this one. And we paste it. There we go. Hey, but why is the image so small? We can do font dot large dot. There we go. That is better. But you know what? I don't like this open circle. Let's add dot fill. There we go. That's easy. That's usually the common pattern of SF symbols system naming. It's just they add dot fill if they want to fill it. I just say dot fill. So that's what usually I do. If I want it filled, then I don't have to look back into the library of SF symbols. It's just convenience. Yeah, convenience thing to know. Um, so I actually want to add a background to this as well. Let's just make this more magical. Okay. Let's add a background. Dot. Actually, no. Let's add the background to the whole H stack itself. Background color dot. I mean, color element. We're gonna do secondary. It's like gray or something. Okay, yeah, but that's a little too dark. What about cyan, green, indigo, orange? Let's just do orange. Storage. And look at this. Why is it like this? Why is it so strict? The background like it's perfectly outlining. Well, we can add padding to make it look more neat. Um, like that. There you go. Now you got that. And to make it even more fancy, we can add a corner radius. Corner radius is 20. Larger the corner radius, the larger the turns of the corners. 90. Bang bang. Looks a little awkward though. 50. No. 25. Yeah. What if I add padding to that? There we go. We add a padding to the background now. Simple and easy. Um, that seems pretty good though. That seems pretty good. Let's see how it goes. Let's play. Okay, so there's level 1, level 2, level 2. Fine. We are in level 2. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool though? Isn't that cool? See how it slides to the right though? See? Just how it is. Um, also want to show you another cool trick of navigating between views. Now this does involve navigation view, but it is a pretty neat UI look. It has a pretty neat UI look. So we can use is pressed. So is pressed boolean. We can go out. Let's just delete this whole navigation view. Sorry, amigo. Catch you on the flip side. Actually, no. I want, I want to copy your label, boy. Thank you. Actually, no. I want to copy this. The H stack. There we go. And we can get rid of this. And we're gonna add a button. Okay, it's a little messy around here. Let me move the terminal down. Get this out of the way. Oh, what did I do? Oh, um, I'm gonna do button, or let's do VStack. Let's see if that error goes away. Yep. Okay. Button action is pressed dot toggle, and we're gonna copy in the H stack that we had before. So let's see what it looks like. Okay, it looks exactly the same because we copied the same code. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create something called a sheet. A sheet is basically a sheet. Okay. So what I mean is that when you add a sheet, you type in sheet at the end of the label, and there's an option for is presented. I mean, it presents based off of the input of a boolean. And the boolean that we want to bind to this is pressed. And then it's going to show a content, or in this case, it's going to show a view. And let's see what it looks like. You ready? Bang. I mean, this is my personal favorite UI element right here. Cause you just swipe down and you're out of it like that. Boom, you're back in. But look at this. There's an easier way to get out of that. Watch this. You can go back to level 2. And in order to implement this, we're going to have to add navigation view. So we're going to add navigation view again. Go there. There. And, I put navigation link, my bad. Let's see what navigation view. There we go. So once we have that, let's do dot. Okay, toolbar. So this toolbar is basically utilizing the navigation bar to place toolbar items such as buttons for like canceling, getting out of sheet, like what we're about to do. So let me show you. Toolbar item, and it's gonna be called toolbar item or toolbar, and it's gonna be toolbar items. The placement is gonna be cancellation action, which is pretty cool. It shows the UI. Um, it shows the UI. It makes the button in the location of a cancellation action. What I mean, it's showing it on the top left corner. Okay, because that's basically where it usually is. So we're gonna add a button, and it's gonna be an action in a label. The text, the label is going to be a text element of cancel. And what it's going to do is, watch this. So this is something that you might not know, but environment is the view's environment and what state it is. And what we're going to do now is we're going to open close parentheses, dot, is it dot, dismiss, and we're going to call it var dismiss. There we go. Okay, oh, my bad. I put the dot in the wrong spot. So, basically, what this is saying is that dismiss this environment, like leave it, go back to the original view that you came from. Okay, that's basically what it's saying. And I'm gonna call it here. Right, it's a function, so parentheses. I think, yeah, okay, and let's see what it's. Oh, look, there's a cancel button. You press it and you get out of there. Pretty cool. Pretty neat, right? Pretty neat. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with these simple UI elements. It's just a matter of time before you start learning, or you start mastering it. Um, yeah, that's basically what a navigation view is. It's pretty simple. Um, I'm gonna give you a peek, quick peek at what we're gonna do in the future. It's just something that I want y'all to interest in. It's called core data. Core data. Now, core data is an amazing tool. It's a way you can save data. So, let me show you what I mean. Um, um, okay, so we're going to have to create an array. So for me to do this, I'm just gonna go on top of level 1. I mean, you could delete if you want, but I'm gonna go on top of it. So we're gonna create an array. Let or ba- 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 oh, let's do at state var names is equal to array of strings. It's gonna have I. Let's make sure this works. No matches called the subscript. Okay. Make sure. Okay. One moment. One moment. I figured out the issue. Issue was that I'm trying to give how do you say this? I'm trying to give the array a type, and it seems like I'm putting in the wrong annotation, but no need to worry. Watch this. Boom. It knows. Watch this. Watch this. Watch. We can go here. Blah 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 blah. Hold on. I'm trying. What? How did I do it last time? Blah, 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 blah. Sorry. I'm sorry. There we go. So me putting up. Look, it already tells me. It already knows what type of array it is. Just because I put a string in it and infers that this is a string away. Array. So I can just put now my array. I can put my array. Bob Parker. Leo. There we go. We got an array of names. So what we're going to do is above the VStack, or within the VStack actually, we're going to create a for each, and for each names. Okay, so this will not work because watch this. I mean, just watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Name and watch. Okay, so the problem here is that each one does not have a unique ID. So say, hey, how do I know which string is which? Well, I can add an ID. ID. Is it forward slash dot? There now it's gonna have its own ID. There you go. So each name now has its own ID and its own string. But later on, core data makes it way easier and even more secure and more reliable for finding IDs. So it's just saying its ID is a string. But the problem is if you add a string that's the same, if you add the same string, they both will be the same ID. So that's why you do not always want to use this. Core data is a perfect substitute for that. So what we're gonna do is text. Well, let's just print it out on the terminal just for fun. You know what I'm saying? Print names. There we go. Let's run it. Oh, wait. Maybe that's not good. Print. Put in a string / name. Okay, what's going on here? I think I'm doing something wrong. How about I just do text? Maybe I was just doing the terminal thing wrong. Yeah, the terminal thing. I was probably doing that wrong. There we go. We got an array of names. Now I don't know why the terminal wasn't accepting it. It's weird. It's weird. Maybe I did something wrong. But anyways, we got it all set up. Let's make this large title, and let's make this bold, and ba, 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 for each one, um, okay, and so we got them now. We got our names. Okay, simple as that. Bob, Parker, Leo. Got it all right. Now, what if we want to add something to the array? Well, you could do that with a text field. So say enter new name, and we're gonna have to bind a text element to it. New name, empty for now. And then it's gonna be $sign because it's to bind a new name. There we go. So once we do that, dot on submit, we will names dot append contents of new name. Here, let's see what it says. Hold on. Dot append new name at the beginning. Okay. Cannot convert. Okay. So let's just move it. Extra argument at. Okay. So when we submit it, it will add it. And what that means by submit, I think it means return, like a return on the keyboard, but I'm not sure. Let's just see what happens. New name dot clear. Oh no, that won't come. New name, new name, new name. To that. Okay, and let's run. And so I want IO keyboard. I want to toggle the keyboard. So now when we go here, come on keyboard, show up. There we go. Let's say Nate or something like that. There we go. Sorry. There we go. It's in already. But the problem is, um, will this save? Will this addition save? Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let me get all those tabs out. There we go. Let's go back to our app. Nope. Did not save. Well, that's what core data does. It saves that data you just added to the array. And core data is basically an array. And those arrays, each array element has its own properties as well. Has its own text, it has its own date, it has its own ID already. Well, you have to implement that core data, but I'll show you how to do that later on. It also has it can also have integers. It can also have all those other resources, and you can use them for your benefit. You can use all those different arrays with those different components to make calculation or do something. It's amazing what core data can do. And I'm hoping to show it to you within the next two videos. I'm not sure. But we will get there soon. We'll get there soon. It just takes a while because there's a lot to learn in Swift UI. So, but I'm just saying. Oh, you know what I'm saying. It's just pretty cool what you can do with arrays and all that, append, remove, and it's just neat. So, yeah, that's how you use arrays, and that's the introduction to core data. That's the first instance of core data that I'm going to announce. We will have many more tutorials, and man, that's fun. That's just how you use array, and so you edit it. So you pinned a new element to the array, and it's just crazy what Swift UI can do of inferring that type of array. Because it could be an integer too, right? Like let me show you the integer. Let me just remove that. Let's call it numbers. Um, numbers is 0, 2, 3, 4, 4. There we go. There we go. And look at this. You can just show quick code. Boom! It already knows it's an array of integers. It's amazing what it can do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call text button. Actually, it's gonna be an action. It's gonna be called text add numbers. And what it's gonna do is gonna be actually we gotta create a separate variable. So when we do this, we're gonna do for each numbers. Numbers. Number in. Yeah, it's a little messy. I'm sorry. Let me just go back. Number in. We're gonna add it. Oh yeah, we gotta give it its own ID. I mean, we don't really need that, but you know, Xcode has to compile. Okay. Yeah, it's unused. I know. Numbers plus equal total, and then whoa. Oh no, it's total plus equals number, not number because total plus equal number. There we go. That's better. Um, let's see. Type cannot conform to accessibility road or content. Still fail? Yes, it does. And I don't necessarily know what that means. There we go. Oh, did I just get rid of the preview? Oh. Yeah. This is way easier to manage with core data. I mean, I haven't been messing with arrays that much. I've been messing with mainly core data, and I'm hoping to show that to you soon. So discard that idea, because there's a way easier way to do it, way more complex and easier way to do it. I mean, very contrary words, but there is an easier way. Um, Yeah, let's get rid of those stuff. And there we go. So, uh, in a few days, I'll post the next video. But we're gonna create our own watch app, and yeah, that sounds pretty cool. And we're gonna use core data to manage it, and I'll be teaching you how that works. Okay, and I hope to see you next time. I hope this lesson helped you out. There's many more things you can do. I'm just trying to collect the ideas, collect the ways in which I can teach them to you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.